Welcome back to AI Daily Deep Dive, where we bring you the top AI news.
That's right. And you might be surprised to learn that this entire deep dive um, is researched and generated completely by AI.
We like to think of it as AI reporting on itself. Pretty meta, right?
Definitely.
But let's not get lost in the existential weeds here. We got a stack of fascinating stories to dive into today.
Starting with some big moves from Google.
Okay, so we all know Google is the king of search, but it looks like they're not resting on their laurels.
Not even close. They just rolled out a major upgrade to their AI search features with something called Gemini 2.0.
Gemini 2.0. Okay, so what's the big deal here?
Well, this new system can handle insanely complex queries. Think coding, advanced math, even searches that combine different types of media like text, images, and audio all at once.
Oh, it's like Google just got a massive IQ boost.
Exactly. And they're not keeping this power to themselves. They've made this upgrade available to over 1 billion users.
Wow. That's a lot of people with access to supercharged search.
But that's not all. They're also testing a brand new feature called AI mode for select users.
AI mode. Okay, color me intrigued. What's that all about?
Imagine having a super smart research assistant built right into your search. You ask a question, and instead of just getting a list of links, AI mode gives you a comprehensive, easy-to-understand answer pulling from the most relevant sources.
So it's like having Google synthesize all the information out there and present it to you in a way that actually makes sense.
Precisely. And it taps into Google's massive data network, including real-time info, to give you the most accurate and up-to-date answers possible.
That's pretty amazing. But hold on, what kind of data are we talking about here?
Well, AI mode can pull from a vast range of sources, including Google's Knowledge Graph, which is this giant database of information about people, places, and things. It can also access real-time data like news updates, stock prices, even traffic reports. And depending on your search, it can even tap into product databases if you're researching something to buy.
So it's not just regurgitating information. It's actually connecting the dots between different sources to give you a more complete picture.
Right. And if you want to delve deeper, you can ask follow-up questions, and AI mode will dive deeper, exploring different facets of the topic and giving you even more nuanced insights.
It's like having a conversation with the internet itself.
In a way, yes. But it's important to remember that AI mode is still experimental. Google's testing it with select users to gather feedback and refine the feature before rolling it out to everyone.
That makes sense. They want to make sure it's providing accurate and unbiased information before unleashing it on the world.
Exactly. Okay, let's switch gears for a moment and talk about something completely different. AI-powered dubbing.
Oh yeah, I've heard whispers about this. Who's leading the charge on that front?
Amazon. They're diving headfirst into AI-powered dubbing for their Prime Video streaming service.
Interesting. What's their approach? Are they just letting the machines run wild?
Actually, they're taking a really smart hybrid approach. They're blending AI technology with the expertise of real localization professionals.
So it's not just about translating the words, it's about capturing the nuances of the original language and performance.
Exactly. They want to make sure the dubbing feels natural and authentic.
That makes sense. I've definitely seen some pretty cringe-worthy dubbing in my day. So which shows and movies are getting the AI treatment?
Initially, they're rolling it out for 12 titles in English and Latin American Spanish, including El Cid, La Leyenda, and Long Lost.
Okay, I'm not familiar with those, but I'm definitely curious to see how the AI dubbing holds up.
Me too. It'll be interesting to see how viewers respond and how this technology evolves in the coming years.
Speaking of evolving technology, let's talk about the Pentagon's latest foray into the world of AI.
This one's a bit of a head-scratcher. They've launched a project called Thunderforge, and it's all about using AI to revolutionize military planning and decision-making.
Whoa, AI in the military. That sounds both intriguing and a little terrifying. What exactly will these AI systems be doing?
Well, the goal is to give commanders a real-time strategic advantage, helping them make faster and more informed decisions in both peacetime and wartime.
So like an AI general advising human commanders.
In a way, yes. These AI systems will analyze all sorts of data, intelligence reports, battlefield conditions, troop movements, and then recommend the most effective ways to deploy resources like ships, planes, and personnel.
It's like having a superpowered war room where AI is crunching numbers and running simulations to figure out the best course of action.
Exactly. They're partnering with Scale AI, a major player in the AI world, along with tech giants like Microsoft and Google to make it happen.
Wow. So this is serious business. But I have to ask, aren't there ethical concerns about giving AI so much power in military operations?
That's a valid question, and one that's being hotly debated right now.
I can imagine. What are some of the key concerns?
Well, some experts worry about the potential for AI systems to make mistakes or to be biased in their recommendations.
Yeah, I mean, if an AI system recommends a course of action that leads to negative consequences, who's ultimately responsible?
Exactly. It's a complex issue with no easy answers. Okay, ready for a later topic?
Bring it on. My brain needs a break from all this military strategizing.
All right, let's talk about advertising. New research suggests that AI could soon be giving human copywriters a run for their money.
Oh, really? So those catchy jingles might be written by robots soon.
Well, maybe not jingles, but definitely slogans. The University of Minnesota pitted AI-generated ad slogans against professionally created ones, and the results were pretty surprising.
Don't tell me the AI one.
In some cases, they actually did, which is pretty wild when you think about it.
So what kind of slogans did the AI come up with? Anything memorable?
I don't have the specific examples, but the study found that the AI-generated slogans were often just as creative and persuasive as the human-generated ones.
So does this mean that AI is going to replace human copywriters altogether?
Not necessarily. I think it's more likely that AI will become a valuable tool for marketers, helping them generate ideas and test different approaches. But ultimately, it's still up to humans to craft the overall message and strategy.
That makes sense. It's like having an AI brainstorming partner.
Exactly. It can help spark creativity and push the boundaries of what's possible. Okay, are you ready for another whirlwind tour of the latest AI models hitting the scene?
Always. Hit me with the latest and greatest.
All right, well, there's OpenAI's Orion, which is making waves for its supposed emotional intelligence.
Emotionally intelligent AI. Now that's a scary thought.
Well, it's still early days, but OpenAI claims that Orion has a much deeper understanding of the world and a greater ability to reason and problem solve than previous models.
So it's not just about processing information. It's about understanding the nuances of human language and emotion.
That's the idea, at least. But Orion isn't the only contender in this AI model arms race. Elon Musk's company, xAI, has developed its own model called Grok 3, which is specifically designed for math, science, and coding.
So it's like having a superpowered calculator that can also write code.
Pretty much. And there are tons of other models popping up all the time, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. It's an incredibly dynamic and competitive landscape.
Wow, I'm already feeling overwhelmed just trying to keep up with all this.
Yeah, it can be a lot. But that's why we're here, to help you navigate this ever-evolving world of AI. Okay, one last story before we take a break. This one's about the potential of AI to transform healthcare.
All right, I'm all ears.
Researchers at Duke Health have developed an AI model that can predict which teenagers are at high risk for serious mental health issues.
Whoa, that sounds like a game changer. How's it work?
What's really groundbreaking is that this model doesn't just focus on symptoms. It digs deeper to identify the root causes of mental health problems, such as sleep problems or family conflicts.
So instead of just treating the symptoms, it's about addressing the underlying issues that are contributing to the problem.
Exactly. And the implications of this are huge. If we can identify these risk factors early on, we might be able to intervene and prevent these issues from spiraling out of control.
That's incredible. It's like having a mental health early warning system.
Exactly. And it could revolutionize the way we approach mental health care for adolescents.
It's a powerful example of how AI can be used for good.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've talked about some pretty heavy stuff today. AI taking over search, the Pentagon using AI for military planning, even AI potentially replacing copywriters. Maybe we should end on a lighter note.
I'm all for that. My brain could use a break. What do you have in mind?
How about a story about AI study tools?
Okay, that sounds intriguing. Are these tools the key to acing all our exams?
Well, not quite, but they can definitely be helpful. An opinion piece in the Eagle Online raised some interesting questions about the potential downsides of relying too heavily on AI for academic tasks.
Oh, really? I thought these tools were supposed to make our lives easier. What's the problem?
The author argues that outsourcing our intellectual work to AI could actually hinder our personal growth and mental well-being.
Okay, I can see how that might be an issue. If you're just letting the AI do all the thinking for you, are you really learning anything?
Exactly. The author uses the analogy of using a GPS for every trip. While it might get you to your destination faster, you're not really learning how to navigate on your own.
Right, it's like if you always use a calculator, you might forget how to do basic math in your head.
Precisely. And there's a sense of accomplishment that comes from tackling challenges head on. When you struggle through a difficult problem and finally figure it out, it's incredibly rewarding.
And it builds resilience, and confidence, which are essential for success in all areas of life.
Absolutely. So the message here isn't that AI study tools are bad, it's that we need to use them judiciously.
It's all about finding that balance between leveraging technology to enhance our learning and preserving the opportunities for personal growth and development.
Exactly. We don't want to become so reliant on AI that we lose the ability to think for ourselves.
Well said. So what does this all mean for you, the listener? We've covered a lot of ground today, from groundbreaking innovations to potential pitfalls. The world of AI is clearly a complex and rapidly evolving landscape.
And it's one that we all need to be aware of and engage with. AI is no longer a futuristic fantasy. It's here and now, and it's shaping our world in profound ways.
But as we've discussed today, it's not all sunshine and roses. There are real concerns about the ethical implications of AI, the potential for bias and discrimination, and the need for transparency and accountability in AI development.
We can't just blindly embrace this technology without considering the potential consequences.
Absolutely. We need to be critical thinkers, asking tough questions and demanding answers from those who are creating and deploying these powerful AI systems.
But we also shouldn't be afraid to embrace the potential of AI to improve our lives. From revolutionizing healthcare to enhancing our learning experiences, AI has the power to make a positive impact on the world.
It's all about using this technology wisely and responsibly.
Exactly. So stay informed, stay curious, and stay engaged. The future of AI is in our hands.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI. But don't worry, we'll be back soon with more insights and analysis. Until next time.
Until next time.
It's interesting, we started off talking about all the changes Google's making to search. And I feel like, in a way, it kind of shows us what's happening with AI overall.
Oh, how so?
Well,
Yeah.
just think about it. AI is changing the way we learn, work, find information, even how we have fun. It's almost like AI is becoming like the new operating system for our lives.
I can see that. And like with any system, there are upsides and downsides, right?
Exactly. And it's really up to all of us, the people using AI, to decide how we want to use it, and make sure it's being used for the right reasons.
It's a big responsibility for sure. But it's also pretty exciting to see all this happening. It's like we're at the very beginning of something huge. Who knows what's coming next?
Exactly. So let's all keep our minds open, stay curious, and not be afraid to ask tough questions as we keep exploring this crazy world of AI.
Couldn't have put it better myself. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI. Thanks for joining us on this journey.
Until next time, keep learning, keep asking questions, and keep pushing the limits of what's possible with AI.